we've known each other since we was 10 years. So this goes past the business side of it, and it's great when you have a great friend that you can do business with.
This is about to be the hottest corner in Los Angeles, right here. Mark my word.
Great friends of ours, Karim Webb, Barnett, and these two guys are just stellar to the community of Los Angeles, you know, being natives, and they believe in just black excellence.
First of all, how does it feel to be opening up a new Buffalo Wing?
Well, you know, there's a big sense of relief and also gratitude, man. You know, it takes a team. It's not just, you know, 1 or 2 or 3 people that have to put the effort in to open a business that, you know, employs 130 people and serves a community, especially in Koreatown, right? So typically the dollars really don't flow from this side of town to the other side. It happens the other way. So to be in this situation, there's definitely some obstacles to overcome, but by the grace of God, we've been able to overcome them, and now we're getting it in.
You say you like to take the me out of things, and it made you really happy to focus on how can I make a difference.
That's it.
So what was the moment that shift happened? Talk about that moment.
Yeah, I think when we had a business in the Crenshaw district, right? So we own the Buffalo Wild Wings in Baldwin Hills too, and being able to be there, getting engaged philanthropically with a lot of the nonprofits in and around the area, and really seeing the young people, and then seeing how much they looked up to myself and my business partners in the business, and how they were changing because we were asking them to. So I think they saw possibility because they saw us behave in a way that was consistent with successful behavior, you know, and said, man, I can do that too. So I think, you know, we know that people act a certain way when they haven't been loved. So, you know, you're undereducated, you're underloved. But when you can say, hold on, we're going to hold you accountable, but first, let's recognize that God loves you the same way he loves me. And you can create whatever you want to create for yourself if but only, you know, you show up every day, do the right things for the right reasons consistently. You know, you'll begin to overcome obstacles and get what you want to get out of life. So that's really the beautiful thing about us being Buffalo Wild Wings franchisees. It's wings, beer, and sports. It's a fun place to be, but we really are a platform for helping people discover what's possible for themselves in their lives. And I think that's the beautiful thing about this business.
How impactful has it been working with him?
Man, it's been terrible. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's a labor of love. You know, you wake up every morning like, what did I get myself into?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Nah, but it's been great because we've known each other since we was 10 years. So this goes past the business side of it, and it's great when you have a great friend that you can do business with. And the good thing is also too, we have differing skill sets. So when you bring them together as a business partnership, it works well. So none of our skill sets really overlap.
And what's he good at, and what are you good at?
What am I good at? If you listen to him saying cutting the checks, and he's good at making all this stuff happen. He's the one that really gets the credit from it. He deals with, when we call it everything inside the 4 walls, he deals with, and everything outside of the 4 walls I deal with. It's probably the easiest way to explain it.
How does it feel to be opening in Koreatown?
It feels great on a bunch of different levels. One is we're able to open and provide over 100 jobs for young people in the community. It's about conscious capitalism. That's the thing I always do. And in the pursuit of making money, this business has to make money, but how do we make a difference in the lives of the people in the communities that we serve? And that's a greater feeling, actually, to me. And when you walk inside and you see the 100+ young people that are in there working, having an opportunity to better themselves, that's the thing that's really about this.
I mean, y'all parents must be proud. You know what I mean? What kind of...
He's an orphan. So
Every parent is proud when you can go to dinner and then the kids pay. So, you know, we can afford to pay for dinner, so it's all good.
I mean, you grew up in a franchise family.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, for sure.
How does that influence your journey?
Oh, come on. You know, it's you know, it's like you learn the ins and outs of the business, but it's like getting your PhD and running restaurants at the dinner table every night. There's no substitute for that kind of experience, especially when your parents do it the right way. So I'm an extraordinarily blessed individual, and to whom much is given, much is expected. So hopefully they've laid a platform, and I know, the human being that Ed is, what we believe in, what we talk about when nobody's listening, is how we could do more of this. I say, do more, get more, make a bigger difference. If you ain't got it, you can't give it, right? But go get it, because we believe that we're going to be the best stewards of the opportunity, at least in this game, in our town. So that's where we're at.
And you said something about, like, you don't want to look at this as, oh, I've made it, because it stops, that grind or whatever. So then how do you mark your milestone?
It's a journey. Karim talked about it a while ago. There really is no milestone. You got to wake up every morning like 10, 15, 20 years ago when you had 5 cents in your pocket and you're trying to get it. Once you in your mind talk about you made it, you get comfortable, and it's going to be another bunch of young groups coming out there to come after your position. So you got to wake up every morning and say, how let me take a step forward and do better every day. This is fine, but okay, where's the next one? We'll enjoy this for a minute and then keep moving on the next one. You got to continually grow, you got to continually improve, and not rest on your laurels.
Last question, what kind of advice can you guys give to somebody opening up a new restaurant today, wants to be an entrepreneur?
Do your homework. A lot of people want to be entrepreneurs. It sounds sexy being your own boss, but they don't really understand the responsibilities, the pressures, the stress that goes with being an entrepreneur. So if whatever industry, restaurant, do your homework. Go work in that industry. Go work in the kitchen. Go work in the office and understand what it actually means. A lot of people say, oh, I can cook some good food so I can run a restaurant, which is probably one of the furthest things from the truth. So my whole thing is work in the business that you want to be an entrepreneur at, and then go and do it. And that's how we do it. Just like he said, his homework was growing up. That was his college, basically. And in mine, on the finance side, that was the same thing. And then you go and do it. It wasn't, okay, we just want to open up a restaurant and do it. We have to do the homework. So that's what I would suggest people to do.
I mean, I think Ed really said it in a nutshell. We one of the great things that we do is we give our time, right? So for me, it's on Mondays. People will reach out through social media or whatever and be interested. And the first thing that I tell them to do is, if you come into a restaurant game, you have to compete with me. So I'm great at what I do, right? And so if you're coming in the game and you're on my block, I'm trying to shut you down, because we live in a capitalist society. Not that there's not enough for everybody. If you're culturally connected to me, I'm gonna help you. But at the end of the day, right, we gotta win. We gotta win, right? And so if you're gonna go into the apparel business, or if you're going into the music business, or if you're going into the finance business or any other business, people are cutting heads. You gotta compete. So if you're not prepared to compete, if you don't know who the winners are in your industry, if you haven't already availed yourself to those people, then what makes you think that you're going to be competitive? If you can't go work for somebody, get promoted, show that you're outstanding, then what is going to make you think that you're going to go compete with the best of these, right? So that's the advice. I think that's consistent with what Ed said.
Yeah. And who's going to win the fight tonight?
Mayweather.
The $500 million that they're going to make. And I'm predicting right now it's going to be a disqualification. Somebody's going to get knocked out the ring. They're not going to leave this $1 billion on the table. We're going to do it again and again until we caught on to this scam. We know what's happening, and I'm not mad at it. It's entertainment.
Right. It'll fill the house for us again.
Yo, I'm Karim Webb. You're watching Studio Q.
And I'm Ed Barnett, and you're watching Studio Q.